In Washington, two lawmakers have introduced a bipartisan bill in the US House of Representatives seeking sanctions on Pakistani officials for alleged human rights violations, including the prosecution of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. The proposed legislation, titled the Pakistan Democracy Act, was introduced by Republican Congressman Joe Wilson of South Carolina and Democrat Jimmy Panetta of California. It has now been referred to the House Foreign Affairs and Judiciary Committees for further consideration. The bill calls for the US administration to impose sanctions under the Global Magnitsky Act within 180 days, specifically targeting Pakistani state officials if Islamabad does not take steps to improve its human rights records. It also asks the US president to identify individuals allegedly involved in the suppression of political opposition and to place them on sanctions list. The draft bill further allows for the lifting of these sanctions if Pakistan ends military interference in governance and releases what it calls wrongfully detained political detainees. The move highlights sustained lobbying efforts by supporters of Imran Khan in the US, who have remained active since Khan's ouster in 2022. Over the past 3 years, PTI-affiliated activists have organized protests, engaged with US lawmakers, and called for American involvement in Pakistan's political affairs. In June 2024, a similar resolution passed the House of Representatives with 98% support, urging then President Joe Biden to pressure Pakistan to uphold democratic norms. However, the resolution did not result in any policy action from the Biden administration. The Pakistani embassy in Washington has yet to comment officially on the bill. However, diplomatic sources suggest Pakistani officials may attempt to delay its progress through black channel engagement, citing ongoing cooperation with Washington on regional security, including the recent arrest and deportation of an ISK operative, as evidence of Pakistan's strategic value. The bill was reportedly discussed at a diplomatic reception held at the Pakistan embassy on Monday, where officials expressed concern but remained hopeful it would not gain enough support to pass. Congressman Joe Wilson has remained vocal on the issue, previously urging the US Secretary of State and President Trump to push for Imran Khan's release, arguing that his imprisonment affects US interests in the region. Several other lawmakers from both parties, including Raps, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Brett Sherman, Raw Khanna, and Jack Bergman, have also voiced support for Khan's release. For now, the bill's fate lies with the committees, but it marks a continued spotlight on Pakistan's political climate from Capitol Hill. For more on this, read the full Dawn story.